Hello! Well, welcome to this video in which we explain the future time in English. Okay, it's a complete revision of the future forms we can use. Okay, so let's begin with the present continuous used to speak about the future. When we use the present continuous for the future is when we speak of arrangements. What is an arrangement? Well, when everything is decided or settled, we know the time, the place, we have arranged all the details. Imagine if I tell you, I am spending my holidays in Italy with Jack, it means that we have already booked the hotel, the flight, everything is arranged for us to go there. If I tell you I'm seeing the doctor tomorrow, it means that I have phoned the doctor, asked for an appointment, I have written the appointment, the doctor knows I'm going, everything is arranged for that meeting. Yes? In those cases, I use the present continuous for the future. Then we have the second possibility, which is the will or won't plus infinitive. In that case, we call it the simple future and we use it. Basically for future facts. What is the future fact? Imagine I tell you the sun will rise at 7 tomorrow. It's a fact. I cannot change it, you cannot change it. It's a future fact, okay? We use the will for predictions or expectations. Predictions that have to do with expectations, not with evidence. Yes, it's what I believe, what I expect. If I tell you, I expect Carol will pass the test, it's because it's my opinion, it's based on my expectations, nothing else. I don't know if she's been studying or not, I haven't talked to her maybe. It's just what I believe and expect to happen. I use it for strong intentions. In this case is when I add the word definitely to the intention. So I tell you, I will definitely phone Jack as soon as this finishes. It's my strong intention to do it. Okay? Then the typical one, which is for decisions of the moment. Decisions that I make at the time of speaking, but I haven't planned beforehand. Imagine the bell rings, ring, I'll open the door. I hadn't planned to do it in advance. I decided because it happens in the moment. Or, oh, it's too hot in here, I'll open the door. I'll open the window, I'll turn on the air conditioning. I make the decision at the moment. Yes, it's a sudden decision. And finally, for offers. Yes, for polite offers. Someone is coming, getting back from the supermarket with heavy shopping bags, and I tell them, oh, I'll carry that for you. I'll help you. Yes? So it's an offer I make at that moment. Well, that was number 2. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 is the future continuous. The future continuous is formed with the will or won't, the verb to be in the infinitive be, and ing. Okay? And we use it for actions as any continuous tense for actions that will be in progress at certain time in the future. Imagine I tell you, this time, tomorrow, I will be watching my favorite series. Yes? This time, next week, I will be having my French class. Okay, so the action will be in progress, will be happening. Yes? And similar for trends, for expected trends, like in the year 2050, no, just yes, imagine, cars will be flying along the cities, right? Something like that. It's a trend that we expect to happen. People will be traveling to the moon frequently. Yes? So, for things like that. In both cases, I'm speaking of actions in progress. Number 4, future perfect. And future perfect can be simple or continuous. Future perfect simple is will, or won't, have, and the past participle, as any perfect tense uses the past participle. Future perfect continuous is the will, or won't if it's in the negative, have, been, and the verb with ing. Okay? So, imagine it, and we use these tenses for actions that will be finished by a certain point in the future. So I tell you, by this time tomorrow, I will have made my son's cake, because it's his birthday. By this time tomorrow, I will have made. It means that the action will be finished. I won't be cooking anymore. The cake will be made already. Yes? And the continuous, it's very similar. Imagine I tell you that by, instead of saying by this time tomorrow, by the end of the year, I will have been living in my house for 2 years. Because I'm speaking of a longer action. Yes, of a continuous action. Okay? But the idea is very similar. It's an action that will be over. The one with continuous, then continues a bit more, but that period will be over. And number 5, it's, I'm sorry, I will add, it's like a parenthesis, that we can use will or shall, for the first person, singular or plural. This is not so much used. In the past, we used to say I shall more often. Nowadays, it's basically reduced to polite offers that, shall I make coffee? Shall I help you? Shall I answer the phone for you? Yes, for polite offers, I use shall I, or we. Shall we go to the cinema? But it's reduced to that case. It's not used as we used, or people used it in the past. And number 5 is going to, which is maybe the most used form referred to use to the future. The going to is used with verb to be in the present and is are, going to plus the infinitive. And it has 2 basic uses. The first one is for plans, intentions in the future. So when it is a plan, is not as an arrangement that we use past present continuous. It's a plan. It's still not settled. Yes, some details are not still arranged. So if I tell you I'm going to visit John, it's my plan, it's my intention, but I still haven't phoned him or arranged the time, or if he's at home and I can go, it's a plan. It's a different category. And we use it for predictions based on present evidence, different from the prediction that we had with will, which was only by expectations. Here it's a prediction with evidence, like, the typical is, look at the black clouds, it's going to rain. I have evidence there. Or I feel cold and I feel I'm going to have the flu. Yes, it's my evidence for that. That is the difference, okay? So there we have the 5 forms that we can use to refer to the future. It's very important to know the differences and to identify when to use each of them, and in some cases the typical expressions we use with each of them to realize which one to use. Okay? Well, I hope you found the video useful and now you're ready to do all your homework in the unit. So, bye bye, see you in the next video.